Okay, it's still initializing. What's good, y'all? They might have caught all of that anyway. That's crazy. What's good, y'all? It's a
They might have caught me yawn.
They didn't catch the yawn. They might have caught me talking about how ravenously hungry I am. What's good, everybody? I'm Suge. That's Maddie. I promise you, he's there. I have seen him with my eyeballs this
I'm
morning.
just in a bubble.
Yeah, we just got to get this lag issue uh, settled somehow. I don't know how. I don't know when, but we gonna fix it.
I don't
What's
know
good?
either.
We've been working with some scheduling issues for like past 3 weeks, and because of that, like the date at the top of my notes is July 26, 2025. So just yeah, yeah. So this is when this news cycle that we have started.
Started.
Yeah, no. So that's when I started taking notes on this news that we have here. All this. See, I'm trying to be a teens more professional. Usually these would be typed, but I'm trying to. I'm in the middle of moving, switching jobs, and then moving, and so like time got away from me on my couple of days off. But do you want to start with the biggest news, arguably, even up
Is
until
that
yesterday?
the news that came out today?
No, I mean up until yesterday, Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea has passed away. We have not verbally spoken since that happened. Any thoughts, Maddie? Maddie just goes dead quiet. Maddie, you good?
Oh, sorry. You just brought up something that had to be rectified.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I had to, you know, in memory,
Ah,
as we say.
oh, you had to spark up the Bollea patch. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, yeah. How are we feeling? Do we have any feelings? Do you have any feelings?
Hmm. So you cannot look at professional wrestling without seeing Hulk Hogan. You
Right.
cannot look at everything that we have loved about this business without thinking of the NWO or without thinking of the Mega Powers or without thinking of so much wrestling history.
Right.
However, that does not detract from being an absolute dog shit piece of shit uh, who didn't apologize for shit, who stood on his bad laurels. I can honestly say I'm not going to feel anything about the loss of Hulk Hogan. I can't say the same for my co host, Cap. I can't say the same for several other people in the wrestling industry. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
that's just
that's
about it from me. I know we've got some quotes in our group chat.
that's fair. I'm working my way there now. And I'll end with mine, I guess. But oh, it's a lot. I gotta scroll back. I gotta scroll back. I should have. I was trying to do better, but I apologize for this bit of unpreparedness. Ah, here we go. I thought it would be a further scroll. This is from Fest, our favorite Crash Out Fest. Hulk Hogan was a sham of a quotes wrestler end quotes. The only reason he was popular is because of his politics backstage and the fact that he was a roided up, blue eyed, blonde haired white man. If the other H man was still alive, Hogan would be his favorite wrestler. The only gift Hogan gave to wrestling was his passing, because now we don't have to compare shit to him. His politics aside, Hogan was a sack of the S word. Quote me on that. So there was a good quote from our good brother Fez. We got another one from
Yeah. Me and Fez had very similar feelings on this.
um I'm gonna let y'all handle the bulk of it, and I'm just gonna make a few observations because it's interesting. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and beat a dead horse. Here we go. Here we have a quote from Silver Dollar. I say this: he was responsible for getting a lot of eyes on the product in the '80s. In WWE, his wrestling wasn't good at all. In Japan, it was much better. Facts. As
There's
for
some truth to that.
Yeah, as a wrestler, he did
Hogan
not
was
for the
working in
business.
Japan.
He had to. They made him work, and he got punched in the face. That was Go watch old Japanese wrestling. That was scrapping for real. Um, as a human outside of the business, he chose to be a racist piece of the S word. He contributed a lot, but ultimately his legacy was tarnished by what he said. The black community used to support him before we all heard that audio. He did that to himself, and that's on him. His backstage politics and not really putting anyone over didn't help either. He should have He should have been a better person in life, and now his image is in shambles. I understand why some people choose to celebrate him. At the end of the day, his life is over, and it is what it is. I'm very indifferent when it comes to him. He should have been better when he was alive, but that wasn't. So there it is. P.S. I hope Benoit dragged his soul to the scary place.
Okay, hold on. So I just want to bring that up real quick. Do you have any idea how terrifying that would be? Just
Yes.
like you get to the pearly gates and you're like, yeah, I did all this great stuff, and then just in the background you hear da na 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 da na 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 na.
Yeah, that drop D riff. It's over for you, Bubba. It's over. Um, I do have
What are your
thoughts,
thoughts, Shug?
and it was interesting. We heard something about this on night one of SummerSlam, and I'm going to quote Michael Cole here. He said, "If then this is again hit the man's fourth tribute in the past week or so on WWE TV." Michael Cole says there's 53,000 people in this building, and they probably wouldn't be here, and I definitely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan. I've heard some interesting takes on that. I'm not going to throw my 2 cents on here, but it's crazy how your actions, even in private, can damage your legacy. I find
Hmm.
it interesting
Well,
that,
what
huh?
what should have been in private? What should have been in private. I'm not trying to defend it at all,
And look,
but
and
you know,
getting to that point, y'all know what happened. People are weird. I will say this: he sued because it was heard. There was never an apology for being racist. It was more, I'm sorry y'all heard, or I'm sorry y'all found out this way. Which means, and this is interesting to think about, there are people that are willing to go with racist thoughts and intentions in their mind, in the deep dark depths of their soul, and only expose them in places that they feel incredibly comfortable with. And they will just continue to walk the streets and deal with you like they're not a racist piece of shit deep down. Piece of the S word, excuse me. Um,
Yeah.
but it's interesting. It's never, hey, I'm sorry. I felt that way. I've changed. It's dang. I'm sorry. Y'all found out on this tape. This shit has been leaked.
Yeah, literally the speech he gave to Talon was, "Hey, don't get caught.
Right, like
Whatever
just
you do, just don't get caught."
and this was on top of him being a chronic liar and just saying other terrible things that really gave you a lens
Man.
as to what kind of person he was. We're not going to repeat any of that because we'd be here all day. It'd be a whole what Hogan said episode.
No, the amount of times that me and Cap sat around drinking, just listening to Hogan stories is insane.
I believe it. But yeah, no, it's interesting that someone who was such a trailblazer in one respect destroyed his own legacy in various aspects in another. We have issues with Maddie, so until we figure that out, I'm gonna do a speed run of all the news that we missed since the 26th. Um, Maddie's back. I'm gonna hit this real quick speed run. We'll talk about several points of this later. I want to hit the notes I have from AAA's most recent pay per view. El
Okay.
Macias finally packed up Alberto El Patron and got him out of here.
Dude. So the thing I took from that was uh, Alberto Patron's appearance in like another promotion in Mexico. Afterwards, he showed up and said, "I love the power I have over them."
Mm,
He seems to think he has leverage over WWE.
really?
That's what I took from his promo. It was, yeah, he showed up to another promotion in Mexico, short, like literally 2 days after, and cut a promo saying that he's here and he loves the type of power that he holds over companies because that's the reason he's here.
He had to wing that one. Yeah, he had to make. I'm pretty sure that sounded good in his head, but but we've been saying for months. Everybody's been like, how could they sign this person? How could we'll come back to that. We'll definitely get back to that at the end of this hour.
Oh
Um,
God.
how could how could we sign this person who has such a past? I was trying to tell y'all they packing Buddy up, and he could talk about all the power he thinks he has. I guarantee you, Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown are getting some of the best pay they've ever had in their life.
Dude, Mr. Iguana's probably looking at that check going, the fuck did
I
I do?
right. Like, all I gotta do is sell some t-shirts. You mean I've been wrestling for 15, 30 years and I really should have been in the t-shirt selling business? What?
So you're telling me I should have brought the iguana out a lot sooner.
Yeah. No, he's been at the iguana. It's just
He's been out of the iguana,
Americans
but
like to Americans spend like no other. That's what that is.
well,
That's
I mean, about that's what companies seem to think, and we'll get back to that later too.
oh yes. This is sad how
See,
many segues we're
the
hitting.
the reason I'm so pissed off about that portion of today's show is because I already have to get a fucking ESPN subscription because NFL is going to be moving their shit over there next season.
Oh damn, I'm sorry.
So yeah, so like regardless, I'm already pissed off, and to know that who we'll get to that later. I've got a lot of
Yeah.
heat built up for that.
Yeah, because so speed run continues. El Grande Americano defeats Octagon Jr. Americano is completely over in Mexico. He cut a fluent promo in Spanish and had the crowd singing along. And when I say he, I mean Ludwig Kaiser.
I was just about to ask which version of Americano it was because I know that we had two new ones on Raw yesterday.
I don't understand where this is going, but you know, they love Americano in Mexico. Ludwig Americano. So
I
everyone who was
mean,
saying
he
it's
was,
racist,
dude, he was
I don't
over
know.
his shit though. It,
I don't
hold on,
know.
is it racist to have a German in a luchador outfit portraying an American?
All I know is this: WWE Curry Man is incredibly entertaining. Dominic Mysterio attacks El Vikingo and takes the Mega Championship. At the next pay per view, we're going to have Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee versus Vikingo versus Ludwig Americano.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought it was a one-on-one. How it became a four-way?
No, so I think Vikingo retained in a one-on-one match, but at the next pay per view, it's going to be a four-way.
Okay, because I know they were promoting Triple Mania, which is like I think 2 weeks out. It's like a week from Sunday.
Okay, so y'all heard it here first. They have more than one Triple Mania a year.
Oh yeah, this one is one with numbers, and I think the last one was like what Triple
Regia.
Mania Regalia or Regia.
Yeah. So I don't know. I need somebody to. I don't know if they're switching the format. I don't know if they have like a pre Triple Mania or Triple Mania and then a post Triple Mania because several things happened at the last Triple Mania right before Worlds Collide. So I don't know. And then we also had Psycho Clown and Mr. Iguana take on Los Garzas for the AAA Tag Team Championships on SmackDown the other week.
That's actually pretty big. Like that's a major platform for those titles.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, we can see more of this, more AAA stars coming up.
And I
I
don't mind it on SmackDown, dude. I like
not at
the
all.
fact that they're popping up and having matches on SmackDown. I know some people said Mr. Iguana botched on his SmackDown debut, but who's not gonna have nerves on a fucking live taping of a TV show?
Right. And so again, have you? I want to see your national TV debut. That's all I'm saying. I think
Let alone in a lucha fucking aspect where you're expected to be acrobatic and bouncy and shit like that.
I think they should probably move Los Garzas to Raw because if we're talking about a tag team division that needs help,
Good God, yes.
like the help the SmackDown tag team division needs is different. Like they probably need to get that Arn Anderson help.
No, they just need booking for that fucking division
Yeah,
because they
we'll
showed
talk
out on
about that later.
SummerSlam.
We'll talk about that later because at this point somebody needs to get gunned. Um,
Somebody need to get the go.
TNA news: Mara Sade's ties with TNA. And this is the wrestler formerly known as Jakara Jackson, and she has aligned herself with the inspiration of former WWE Tag Team Champions, the Iconics,
Okay.
against against the Elegance brand, which is Ash by Elegance, the former Dana Brooke, and Heather by Elegance, who are the current, I want to say they're the current tag team champions.
Yeah, the knockout champion, tag
Yeah, the
temps.
current knockout champions. It looks like TNA is going for an outsider's angle with NXT as far as both of their main championships being held by outsiders. Trick and Moose is announced for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And a little piece of nostalgia, we got to see a Cobra on NXT television to Ethan Page last week.
By the way, Santino Marella showed out in that match. He did way more than he fucking needed to.
Yeah, no, he probably wanted to show him, I still got it, just in case I want to have me back some more.
Just in case, the Royal Rumble spot. If you ever need an Italian, just let me know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is for a lot of people. You want to put your best foot forward when it comes to going over there. I think Jordan Grace it was an example, of all putting your best foot forward and doing the best work you possibly can, and then them being interested in you and eventually being signed.
Yeah.
So I can see that. And then we have some AEW news. Will Ospreay seems to be out with a herniated disc that moved into his spinal cord. That sounds painful. As someone with
That
herniated
sounds like
disc,
that sounds like a lot of fucking pain. Like, how is he getting out of bed type pain?
I have two herniated discs. They're the reason I got into the gym the way I did because I realized being heavy was like hurting me in activities where I shouldn't be feeling pain, like sitting down and laying down. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
got to do something about this. So that's the reason I got into the gym. The and what happened to Will Ospreay is quite possibly what's keeping me out of a wrestling ring. Because what do you mean? Like I'm a I would still have to work a regular job with this. Like
Yeah.
my job's insurance is gonna be like, hey, what are you doing?
No, what do you mean you're laying down?
Like I that sounds painful. Unfortunately, he should be back by Forbidden Door with the proper rehab and treatment.
Can you imagine that? Should you get told by a doctor, "Hey, your herniated disc has moved into your spinal cord," but good
Spinal.
news is you'll be ready in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, like is it that serious then? Like
Doc, you told me something that sounds like it's gonna fucking kill me, and then you told me I'm good to go in a month or so.
yeah, I don't
Yeah, because
Doc, are you sure?
Forbidden Doors, it's not October, it's September, right?
I think so. Like what? What kind of doctor? What doctor you go to? Like also, Dustin Rhodes has taken to social media and said that both his knees is shot and he needs to go into the knife for some surgery.
Yeah,
And
double
this
knee
was a
surgery, right?
double
He's getting
knee
both of them
surgery.
replaced.
Replaced?
I think it didn't the tweet say replacement?
I I'm let me pull it up. I'm not sure. I just from the gist of it, it's on my Facebook, so I'll do it that way.
I know it was a long post, and I thought at the end of it he said both knees are getting replaced.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So he's
They
gonna be out
they can't
almost a
actually
year.
fix they can't actually fix the damage, so we're getting two knee replacements.
Yeah, and he says he's gonna come back. Dustin, you have nothing more to give to this business, brother.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This business took both of my old knees away, so now I'm coming back with brand new knees.
We're about to see Dustin Rhodes hitting top rope fucking destroyers and shit.
Brand new knees. Like when Undertaker said he got his hip done, that brand new.
About to
That's
see
what
Dustin Rhodes hitting fucking uh, springboard moonsaults and shit.
Dustin Rhodes gonna be out here moving like Dominic Mysterio. That's all I'm saying. I cannot wait for that.
Oh,
And
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, what were we gonna say?
I wanted to bring up real quick before we moved on to anything else. I don't think we talked about it yet, but the old heads are going to be at it at Bound for Glory.
Oh yeah. Wait. Okay, so let's get to that. Let me finish this AEW news real quick
Okay.
because I got two more points. 'Cause I did skip that, but that's general news because we'll hit it here. For the last time,
The final time, which by the way, I didn't think one of these guys was ever going to wrestle again. I thought he had announced he was retired. Retired.
who? Devon?
Devon. Didn't
Man,
he say
look,
like his back was absolutely shot? Like he was retired. Retired.
I think he got it. I think he did what everybody does and went
Got a
and
second opinion.
talked to the wrestling Ra's al Ghul, DDP, and went and got down in that.
I was taking a drink of water when you said
I'm sorry.
that. The wrestling Ra's al Ghul is incredible. We
Yeah,
have
dog.
to coin that for him.
No, it's 100%. People go see DDP and leave brand new. Like he got the Lazarus pit in his basement. I'm
Dude
convinced.
got Butterbean to walk again.
Butterbean and Lex Luthor. I don't know what brother's doing, but God bless him. But
He's
yeah,
doing the
he
right
he
shit.
hooked he linked up with DDP, and now he's feeling good enough to have one more match with the Hardy Boys. I don't think this is a good idea, but if you like it, I love it, huh?
Is it a TLC match?
I hope not. I hope the guy that ain't.
Or is it just a one-on-one match? Because like that's the best case. And actually, I think a tables match would be best case scenario because they really ain't got to do a whole lot if it's a good table.
Yeah, no. If it's not a Slim Jim table, but if it's a good table, they don't have to do a lot. Them Slim Jim tables have proven to be rather strong. Um, to my
I'm
last bit of
blowing up on Sunday.
so there were so many of them. To my last bit of AEW news, there's a rumor going around that Hurt Business don't want to drop the belts to FTR, and that makes them hard to work with. I understand not wanting to drop those belts to FTR.
Especially after you've been built like absolute monsters.
Well, to be honest, that and if I'm quite honest with you, if you look at a weak point in AEW, one just not strong point, not strong at all. It's the tag team division.
Hmm.
The tag team division has never made sense since day one. Proud and Powerful never held the AEW tag team championships.
That still irks me.
They broke up SCU. Like there were teams.
And to further the Young Bucks storyline of being assholes, they broke up SCU. Uh, I remember
Jurassic
didn't
Express would have been a great first AEW Trios championship holder.
yeah, and you would have gotten the belt on Marco Stunt too.
And that's who they would have pinned to be. That's who they would have pinned to. That's the weak point. Like that's easy. You have a trio, and like the whole story is you have to protect Marco Stunt because
Make sure he don't tag himself in.
yeah, you just gotta protect Marco Stunt. Like that would have been an easy. That's an easy story to tell. Like
Yeah,
you,
like could you have imagined Jurassic Express versus like the Dark Order with the Brody Lee days?
oh, that would have been incredible.
Like you could have had Brody Lee, Silver, and Reynolds as champions, or any version of the Dark Order as trios champions.
Like the problem isn't the fact that there's teams. There's no teams. It's just You don't capitalize on the teams when it's time.
Dude, you know what? Now that I thought about it, that's another team that they fucking broke up because they didn't want to either just use them or pay them.
The Dark
Stu
Order.
Grayson. Yeah, Stu Grayson hasn't been there since the last time they were in Canada, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think he just works with them whenever he's available because he wanted to wrestle, and like there wasn't an
It's
opportunity.
because he's one of the best damn fucking wrestlers on the planet.
Absolutely, but I'll give you a recent example: the Outrunners.
Oh, remember that fucking little run they had in the early winter?
It was an incredible run. Nothing happened. You could have put the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships on them. What'd you
You can
do?
still do that now.
Dustin Rhodes, old man with the bad knees.
And I don't want to shit on Dustin Rhodes. I love Dustin Rhodes.
It's not. This
Why
is
the
not a.
fuck did they put the TNT title on him at the pay-per-view?
Actually, out of all the Dustin Rhodes championships that he's held in the past year, I ain't mad at that one. I ain't mad at that one.
I am still upset with the double tag champion for no reason.
You had the opportunity to put the belt on somebody from Texas in Texas for him to get beat 3 weeks later. I'm mad at it.
Okay, to be fair, they didn't put it on Sammy Guevara, so I'll take it.
I'll take it. I ain't mad at it. What I am mad at is the Ring of Honor Trios Championships because we have not seen or heard from the Von Erichs since they won in Texas.
Well, they showed up when Dustin won.
The TNT Championships?
Yeah, whenever he won the TNT title at All In, they were there.
Hey, get Tony Khan out the kitchen, boy. Get TK out the kitchen. What do you mean? Cause like we have Shane Taylor Promotions, Gates of Agony, and Ricochet.
Oh, that's right. They've got Ricochet with them now. I thought it was Cage of Agony. That was another
No.
trio that could have been the trios champions forever.
Age of Agony, the Don Callis, the Don Callis family.
You've got so many groups that could just be trios champions.
We've had teams,
And this goes
but
for AEW as well. I don't even know who
but
the
we
current
had
AEW trios champions are.
uh, the ops,
Ah,
but that's only
I
be
should have known that they were champions because they've been on TV all the goddamn time.
but that's only because they were caught up in the John Moxley Death Rider vortex of I don't want to be here
Doom.
anymore. And last little bit of news we used to hit this SummerSlam real quick. We're doing good. We still got about 30 minutes.
Yeah, we still got 30
Co-
minutes still.
Cody Rhodes said some interesting things on the Bill Simmons podcast. I'm going to read this quote. I wrote it down. There's clearly some bad. There's clearly bad blood there, but there's also respect and love and an NDA. It seems like. Cody Rhodes said feeling disrespected in the WWE is one thing, but feeling disrespected is something I built with my friends is something different entirely. And then Cody also said the best revenge is success. I did way more here than you think, and you'll notice as soon as I walk out the door. And I think personally, as someone who's handled a situation like that, just like that, this is the best way to go about the situation.
Oh, absolutely. And I think with that, that last sentence with what Cody said, it's been kind of obvious.
Yeah, yeah. Because you had Kenny Omega focused on, the Young Bucks focused on keeping their friends in the company. Because why is Brandon Cutler still there?
I forget Brandon Cutler's still there too.
Yeah. Um, they done fired everybody but Brandon Cutler. That's crazy. Kenny Omega was busy. working on the video game, which I don't
Flop.
think panned out. Yeah, I don't think that panned out. And Cody was the wrestling mind. Cody would have kept us from a lot of this stuff that we have here.
I
But
mean,
there was
wasn't Cody the one that was sitting in Gorilla with Tony Khan? Like after his matches, after he's already bled for fucking 30 minutes, he's sitting in Gorilla basically running the show.
I think so. And you could tell the difference as soon as Cody left. You could really tell the difference. We got
Yeah.
who we 25 minutes, two
All
nights of
right, Shug.
SummerSlam.
Which which bullshit story do you want to get into first?
You pick.
Let's get the one that irritates me out of the way first. And I can't say it as in both of these don't irritate me. One irritates me on a completely different, more personal
So
level.
so let me break it down. One irritates you personally, one irritates you morally, but the other irritates you financially.
Absolutely. And I'm talking about the one that's irritating me financially. We'll end with the personal after the fact. So WWE and ESPN have come together on an agreement that basically the WWE's PLEs will be going over to ESPN starting next year, 2026, for I believe they said $30 a show, which when I first saw the announcement, I was like, cool. ESPN Plus already makes you pay full price for a fucking UFC show when you already pay for their subscription service. So, first off, next year ESPN is going to a direct to consumer format. They are just calling it ESPN. I know, genius, right? I bet you they knocked the fucking they popped champagne once they announced the name for the new streaming service. But uh, yeah, the new streaming service is going to cost about $300 annually, so $299 a year, on top of $30 per premium live event for the WWE. I'm assuming
Hold
with
on.
that $300 a year, it will also be another $30 for every UFC event as well.
Okay, let's talk about it. $300 a year. It's $25 a month. It's $24.99 a month. You're looking at $24.99 a month subscription to
Now,
ESPN.
you are also going to be putting, and Nick Khan said, and it sounds like they're cutting back on PLEs, which kind of excites me in a way. They are going to be doing 10 PLEs next year.
So basically, what you're saying is, if you want to be a wrestling fan in 2026, not go anywhere, not see anybody live, just off the rip, that's $600.
Basically, yes. Or you do what you and me do, Shug.
Or wait a minute, we're not even taking into account that some of these pay per views are 2 nights. I honestly think that with men's and women's matches, themed matches, we will probably end up with a 2 night with all of the 2 night, all the big four on 2 nights.
Now, one thing about this is WWE will be producing all of their content still, so ESPN will not have a hand in their production. Um, Now, with what you just said, the 2 night pay per views, I don't think the UFC does anything like 2 nights, and most of their shows run about 4 to 5 hours. So I don't know if those 10 PLEs are going to be cut into, if we're going to go back to longer form pay per views. Like,
Nah, I honestly think that I think SummerSlam is still one PLE.
I just sure hope. that they don't expect people to shill out $60 over a weekend when they already pay damn near $30 a month
$600.
a year. Now, not to mention, the NFL is also going to be putting the NFL Network and NFL Red Zone through ESPN, meaning that direct to consumer, you will also have all of the NFL's shit there as well. You will
So I'm
have
not
to pay $300 to either be a football fan or a wrestling fan.
so I'm not gonna lie to you, Maddie. It seems like somebody like you, would get a better deal out of this than somebody like me. I would
It,
only
in a
watch for
way,
wrestling.
yes. And I was talking about that with my wife. I'm like, I already kind of have to fucking go halvesies on it just to watch my football next season. Like, this is just such a fuck you to the audience and the fans that have
It
built up
really
your
was.
product.
And I can't lie. I cannot lie. Um, I was one of the people online actively saying I miss the pay-per-view style product because if you weren't interested, you didn't buy it. And so you missed a lot of wrestling that you thought was mid or that you didn't like. Or if it was a good one, if it was a good show and you watched it later, cool. But you know based on the build up if you wanted to pay for that item or not. And I think it's gonna expose I think having it like that would expose a lot of wrestling and how the fans feel. But having a pay-per-view system on top of a subscription system, y'all going to hell. Y'all,
Now,
y'all going to
another
hell with gasoline draws on.
another thing about this is the name that they're tied to, ESPN. They are incredibly strict. I think Pat McAfee is the first person to actually like test them and like toe their lines of what he can and can't do or say on his show.
Yeah.
But there's going to probably be a
I
little
ain't
bit
missing
more mediation to the content. Yeah, ESPN's not going to be producing any of the shit.
but
That doesn't
listen,
mean that ESPN's not going to look at them like an angry stockholder.
ESPN is Disney.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got just as much on the line as
Yeah.
any other as WWE does here.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I don't. Yeah, it might just be a pirate life for me. Yo ho, yo ho. Um, so we'll get to SummerSlam because we only got a few more minutes left. I asked the question to myself at the beginning of SummerSlam. I asked, is mainstream celebrity involvement killing wrestling? I think we got the answer to that by the end of SummerSlam because Cardi B supposed to host both nights, but she got one promo and a song, and on night two she was the feature. I'm like, there's the host. She's in the audience waiting.
I
I don't
forgot she was supposed to be the host.
I don't think WWE knew what they were getting into when they booked Cardi B to host SummerSlam.
Well, I will say I did see something on Twitter that made me laugh my ass off. Apparently, she had left envelopes on everyone's windshield with like promos for her upcoming album and shit like that, but she left them in red envelopes under the windshield wiper. So it looked like a whole bunch of tickets had done been placed on cars in the parking lot.
That is excellent promo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beautiful. I love that. But
Now, what
yeah,
did
we
you
had
think of the Jelly
Drewski.
Roll match, though?
We'll get to that because I think it was great. But we had
Okay.
Drewski and Cardi B and 20 plus minutes of stuff before we got to actual wrestling on the card, which I hated. And it seems like that won't be an issue um, next year because I just won't be watching like that. Um,
Time for Big Four Suge, and that's it.
it might be big for Suge. Listen, um, it might be the end of us here at a wrestling. You just sit here thinking, "Wow, we're a wrestling podcast," and pretty soon we're not going to be able to afford to cover wrestling because
I
we're
mean,
going to have to shell out $600.
yeah, we're getting to a crazy time now, man. We really are.
It's like, how much money you think I got? You think I'm making money off this? We're still using the even mix free. Like you see that damn power even mix you just left the screen. Here it come again. Go live, simple. They just advertised all over our stuff. How much money do you think we have?
And it's not just like these streaming services. It's not just wrestling. It's everything, man. It's everything.
Bruh, like I just depressing.
Bro, I was watching a
Anyway,
YouTube short the other day, and it was a guy comparing the McDonald's menu from 2008 till now.
I don't want to talk about it. Because I remember. Uh,
Bro,
anyway,
a
Brunson
Big Mac,
Reed.
Big Mac 249.
And that's how much it costs now. Like it feel like $2.49 worth of food. That's why I can clear like three of them. Anyway, we kicked off SummerSlam night one with quite possibly the best match on the card. This somebody was saying that SummerSlam was so much better than WrestleMania. Both these pay per views were mid tier mid.
There was a lot of mid on these shows. There was a
It
lot
was
of
the
good on these shows,
middest.
though.
It was some good on the shows, but a lot of the stuff was the middest of the mid.
Again, if you
So
would have
we have
had these as one full show, you probably would have walked away thinking it was a good pay per view.
right. So I'll give you an example. Since we don't necessarily have to cover everything because we don't have all that. We don't have a lot of time. I'll give you some matches that just sort of seem to benefit because of the fact that we had a 2 night show. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Cross. Like I thought it was a good idea at first, only if Sammy got the W, or not Sammy, Karrion got the W, because
Hmm.
we just saw Sammy win in Saudi Arabia, so it doesn't make sense for them to pin uh, Karrion Cross again, but they did. That just didn't make sense, and even if um, even if Sammy Karrion didn't win, the real match was between. Yeah, it was between Karrion and Sammy, but it was also between Sammy and his morals. So
Mhm.
we could have did something with that. Nothing happened. Okay, whatever. Right?
And Cross and Scarlett might be gone this weekend.
They might because they weren't at Raw, and we don't have any contract updates. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre definitely benefited because this was a 2 night card. I love the match. It was way better than it had any business doing, and it
They
actually
gave it
sat
time.
and it actually sat in the perfect placement on the card.
They gave it time. Jelly Roll pitched the idea to lose as well. So I appreciate that. Celebrities don't need to be coming in winning all the damn time,
Not at all.
especially against Drew McIntyre.
A Logan Paul maybe, but
Yeah,
so
they
then
Jelly Roll killed it. It was crazy.
absolutely amazing match. Randy Orton is just living his best life. I'm glad Randy Orton didn't get pinned, but that's beside the point. Let's get to the things I really enjoyed on this card. The fact that Bronson Reed has been stealing Roman Reigns' shoes.
I didn't know Bronson moved like that.
I love it. I don't know if it's appropriation or admiration,
He's got
but
inspirations.
I love it. For those of you who don't know, if you're not in the best of neighborhoods and somebody asks you what size shoe you wear,
You you best keep stepping.
they're not asking because they want to know where you got them from. They're asking to see if they can get them off you.
And
So getting
Bronson can't fit in them, so he's just wearing them around his neck.
usually in places in the hood, you might get jumped and items of your clothing be taken, like people's chain. You get your chain snatched. I believe Freddie Gibb back in the day got his chain snatched. You feel me? Or I think it took his girl's chain. Whatever one, because they both got jumped. Wild story, very wild story. We don't have time to cover that because
Fact is, Bronson Reed is
it's a
doing this to
saga.
Roman.
Yeah, so you get jumped, you get an article of your clothing taken um, to signify the fact that you got jumped. Give me your Balenciaga loafers or whatever.
Give me that Rolly.
Exactly. I love the fact that in this match, Roman hyped Jay up, and Roman took a back seat to Jay Uso in several ways. He had Jay Uso restart the Yeet, even though they got beat right after. I thought it was stupid when they did it because I hate when they do it on TV. But the fact that the Vision, which is the name of the tag team, the Vision did not let them continue just yeet in the middle of a match. I love that. Roman Reigns took a spear for Jimmy Uso and allowed him to win the match.
Like you said, this was probably the best match of night one. They fucking killed it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
cool little match.
absolutely killed it.
Then we had another, cool little match right after this. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. And I'm sitting here as they're trying to set the match up on commentary, and I'm thinking, does any team have an advantage here? Really?
No, two thrown together teams due to circumstance. But
Yeah. So
I will say, Raquel Rodriguez took what Kevin Nash said to fucking heart, bro.
yeah, wrestle like a man.
She has been wrestling like a big man, like nobody's business. Like she's
Yeah.
gone back to NXT form.
So I have several things I want to point out about this. Um, this was a decent, simple match when it comes to storytelling, but this match continues to damage the lineage of the WWE Women's Championship because you literally beat the tag team specialist of the division. There's only a handful.
I mean, Raquel literally has, I think, the record for most women's tag title reigns.
And with Raquel Gonzalez, it has to be the with the most partners as well.
Yeah.
You beat an actual this is the thing that they continue to do. You beat an actual legitimate tag team to put the belt on two single women stars.
Who probably will, oh, I don't know. WWE will probably look at Bliss and Charlotte and go, oh, they'll print money for a long time.
I just don't understand. I guess Alexa Bliss is, but eventually one of them's going to turn heel on the other. I don't think Charlotte Flair is a good babyface, so it's probably going to be her. And we've seen this a
Yeah,
thousand
but
times
Bliss is so
before.
much better as a heel.
Yeah, like no, it's probably going to be Charlotte as a heel. We've seen this before, man. Charlotte's finna get the same reputation she has with husbands as she has with tag team partners. Anyway, gonna move forward. I feel old. Uh, New page.
We both getting
Tiffany
old too.
Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. I really enjoyed the pace of the match until I realized they just didn't have a lot of time and they didn't feel like cutting anything from the match.
No, these women were going at 100 miles an hour, and what you can really tell that they were like just going was that first prettiest moonsault ever attempt where Jade just catches her in the
Yeah.
air still.
And this was like 3 minutes into the match.
Yeah, they were going breakneck speed. A few spots got botched, but Tiffany and Jade, with the time that they were given, hell of a match.
To be honest with you, less than 10 years of experience in the ring collectively.
Yeah,
Fire match.
Tiffany is going to be a star going forward. I'm just waiting on that Jade Cargill heel turn.
To be honest, at the top of the match, I was sitting here thinking, is Jade really past Naomi as far as storytelling, or is Naomi really past Jade? Maybe we just gotta wait for Jade Cargill to Raw.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe we'll see the storytelling pick up from Jade now that SummerSlam is over with,
Hopefully,
because now she can go after Naomi and be
because
like, "I'll take everything from you."
because she didn't really have a story going after Tiffany Stratton. She just won the Queen of the
Queen of the
Ring.
Ring.
And then Gunther versus CM Punk. I'm not gonna lie to you. I I hated the match.
You wouldn't be the only one. See, I enjoyed bits and pieces of it. Like there was a lot of spots that I really enjoyed, but God, man,
It was slow. It
it
was clunky.
methodical is a word, and that doesn't even begin to describe what this match was. This match was Scott Steiner Triple H 2003 Royal Rumble.
Ooh. And in hindsight, I enjoyed it. Shout out to the commentary team. I think Michael Cole and Wade Barrett might be my favorite pairing right now because
They've got great chemistry.
they did a really good job at explaining to me that CM Punk was doing this on purpose instead of me sitting here like, man, this match is terrible. They really gave me what I needed to be like, maybe there's a little something more to this. Because, I had already forgot that I wasn't necessarily feeling the Seth Rollins injury. But we get to the end of that match. CM Punk wins, and he held the World Heavyweight Champion for a whopping 5 minutes and 9 seconds before he is pinned and beaten by a returning Seth Rollins.
Beat the brakes off of him with that briefcase.
That was my favorite part.
Like, like the weird botched like scramble that they had at first was funny, and then Rollins just domed him, and he's like, "No, that one wasn't good enough."
Oh yeah, they didn't believe that one.
He
Let me get a
fucking
few more in there.
leathered Punk with that briefcase. But yeah,
This
Seth
is this
Rollins,
is relieving
World
me.
Heavyweight Champion, night one.
And a night
What what,
one.
what was that he said? As long as I draw air in my lungs, CM Punk will never be a champion.
Hey, that's. I thought Kendrick Lamar was a hater.
Bro, Seth Rollins been a generational hater. He was hating before Kendrick. Do you remember that Matt Riddle promo?
Oh, Matt Riddle. His head is red. He dyed his hair red.
Wait, he dyed his hair red?
Yeah,
Like like natural red or like red
red,
red?
red.
Like Takashi 6ix9ine red?
We'll pull up a picture for you.
Oh, wow. But
Oh.
on to night two, which
Again, open with the best match.
oh, dude, absolutely. Okay, in terms of in ring, yes, I will argue about the main event, but I think that might have just been one of the best storytelling matches I've ever seen John Cena put forward.
Yeah, but I just it was the moment before for me the first match. Hold on, real quick. Let me see if I remember how to share a screen. Are you ready, Maddie?
Yes. Oh, oh,
Yeah,
bitch looks like
told
he
you,
just soaked his hair in highlighter.
told you. Oh, here we
Oh
go.
no. No, no, no. Start scrolling through the comments.
Boy, dirty dad. Ugh. Oh, oh, he got to start doing this more often. Hey yo, what did the? Hey yo. All right.
Oh, okay. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back and get pissed off again real quick.
Oh, that was
Oh, that was necessary. That was needed.
that's a nice little segue. You know, this is did it, what? I ended the share screen. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, that was weird. It could have been worse.
Oh, dude, you know what? It could have been a lot worse, but
Yeah, it could have been worse. I'll
no.
take it.
My boy's hair is as red as a fucking Sharpie.
Yeah, it's red. So again, we just gotta. This was Naomi getting her flowers.
Oh, bro, let's talk about this entrance because you and I both love music. I did not know that was her daddy,
I didn't either. But you know,
but that
she
was such a cool
it makes
moment.
sense. It makes sense. You know, she was a dancer and she moved from dancing to wrestling.
That that was such a cool moment for Naomi. Like, I think last year at WrestleMania we got the really cool moment for Rhea. This year we got Naomi for SummerSlam. Now we just need to get something big for Io.
Oh yeah. But yeah, this was basically and you know, Michael Cole said Michael Cole, Wade Barrett again, top tier duo. Michael Cole pointed out to the fact that Naomi had to leave to get her respect. She had to go to TNA, win that TNA Knockouts Championship, and earn her respect that way. And then Wade Barrett immediately after said, "Yeah, we respected her for like 3 weeks, and then we went back to treating her like she's not a veteran in this game, like she's not a locker room leader, like she's not a mentor to the young talent, especially all the young black talent coming up, because that's who we had to look at."
Which was an excellent line from Wade. And I don't know if that was written or I don't know if Wade did that off the cuff, but that was a very well executed line about that
Yeah,
because that's no joke. Remember when Naomi came back at the Royal Rumble and we were all everybody was so happy, everybody was hype. I think even the year after Naomi was like in the top 3 for winning that year's Royal Rumble.
yeah.
And like yeah,
Not too
it
long
took
after
a
that,
while.
nothing.
It took a while, man.
And so yeah, this was just Naomi getting to show her crafty veteran skills. Crafty veteran heel. I love me a good one of those. I still roll up when we need it. And next we have, and this is what my notes say, the big ass TLC match for the
It was a
WWE Tag
big
Team
ass TLC
Championship,
match.
featuring everybody.
Yeah,
So,
even people that weren't in the match.
so spots that I want to point out that were amazing because we can't just. I just had to start listing the spots because it was getting too crazy. Axiom with the Spanish Fly to Angelo Dawkins from the top rope through a table.
And I think that was already after two other tables had exploded from like like a frog splash in another spot.
Yeah, the Race Phoenix frog Splash was right before that. Um, all these are Slim Jim branded tables, by the way. Slim Jim has probably made it possible to not care about the fans no more. All these damn Slim Jim tables. I wonder how much they're paying per table. Everyone, the start of the match where everybody jumped Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis. Gotta
Speaking
love
of,
that.
I want to point out Dexter Loomis is a goddamn psychopath. That like crowd dive that he did onto Montez Ford off the corner post through the table, and Michael Cole going, "I think Ford is dead."
Yeah,
Like the fucking bump that Loomis took off of that. I don't even know if half of his body hit Ford.
hey, look. Speaking of bumps, I want to talk about the the pull up, the bump that who tried to hit Ciampa with a spear, and Ciampa just lifted himself up.
Oh, that was Nathan Frazier. So Champa was hanging by the title belts. He was hanging on that cord. And Nathan Frazier's like, "Oh, I got this. Let's go back to SummerSlam 2000." Climbs up the ladder, goes to spear Champa, and I don't know. Champa looks like a grandfather, but that core strength was insane, brother.
It was pretty insane. I had to I had to check it. Hold on, I'm getting some news. Somebody just said it was $30 a month.
Yep, for the individual PLEs.
So I made a post before this, so I'm still trying to actively communicate. So it's a 30 plus 30. That's crazy. So next year, what we're talking about is going to cost you $90.
God.
How much I'm paying with $8.99 for Peacock now?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Man,
And
I
there's
don't
still a
know.
bunch of shit that hasn't been like finalized yet. Like, is the library going to be going over there? Is the library staying on Peacock?
I hope it moves. I hope it doesn't move actually. But I don't like the ending of this match. I don't think this was the biggest flex that either party, the Wyatt Six or WWE, was looking for. Cause like it took five of y'all to get the job done.
Yeah, but that numbers game, man.
Like I said, it's just street profits. Get the Glock, dog. Give us that.
Mind you, this was the Street Profits' first pay-per-view match in what, 15 months?
Yeah. Hey, just do what's his name? Pull a Brian Pillman on him. Get the Glock. And this is when I started to get tired from a very long day. So these notes are very sparse, but we're almost done. We had Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship in a, what was it, a street fight or no disqualification match?
I think technically no disqualification because the street
Oh,
fight was later in the night.
I mean, it's the same thing. What's
It's
the
the same
difference?
damn thing.
Yeah, it's
The difference should be that a street fight can be pinfall or submission outside of the ring. That should be what a street fight is, but
street fights. You should have to fight somebody in the street.
old school fucking here comes the pain shit.
Yeah, no, move, take the cameras out there to the street.
Lyra versus
Um,
Becky was a fun match, though. I mean, my brother messaged me and he's like, ever since Lyra got her hands zip tied, there'd been so many botches because she couldn't get her shit broken out of there.
yeah, that I enjoyed that spot. That was creative.
Oh, it was very creative, but there's got to be like some type of fail safe to get those things broken off in case she can't do it because she was stuck in them for what, 5 or so minutes?
Very long time, yeah. And Becky Lynch's new theme is incredible.
Oh, dude, I love it.
I
I
don't think
haven't
it
heard
fits the
the full
character.
thing. I haven't heard the full thing, but
I don't think it fits the character at all. But I can dig it a little bit. This was a
what's
cool
up
little
next?
ending. Becky Lynch got in. What's it? Bailey got involved. I feel like the depth in the women's intercontinental championship division is incredible.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Now that there's mid card titles for the women's division, there's so much more room for them to have stories.
I love it. Now we even have something for Nikki Bella to do. We'll save that one for Clash in Paris. After we had two mid card titles after this. Solo versus Jacob Fatu. I thought this match was rather stupid.
Oh, dude, this match was so fucking dumb. It wasn't a good match. I don't know what it is with these bloodline siblings or family members and not having good matches against each other, unless you're Roman and Jay. Like,
Yeah,
and it wasn't even like the match for me. The match could have ended that way, and it would have been one thing. To have Jacob beat the dog shit out of Tongaloa and Talatonga right after the fact, no. Oh no, not
yeah,
Talatonga. It was JC Mateo, wasn't it?
mm, yeah. It was Mateo and the other one,
Tongaloa.
Romero. Not Romero, Camacho. Excuse me.
Yeah, like I don't get it. If you were gonna have him do all that, have that happen during the match and let that be the reason that Solo got the one up.
Yeah,
Even so, it would have still been a dumb match.
yeah. But these matches aren't necessarily supposed to be all that great. The Roman Reigns bloodline matches with all the interference weren't all that great either. But everyone wants to romanticize it because it's nostalgic now.
Mm.
But that's another topic for another day. And then we had the Eddie Guerrero tribute match tonight. And if this is what AJ Styles, the best wrestler in the world, is going to do in the latter years of his career, put younger kids over, I love it.
And I like the way that he did like his little post match press conference or like his post match interview where he said, I should have saw it coming. I should
Yeah,
have saw it coming.
he 100% should have saw that one coming. But I think this is a great use of AJ now, keep him in title contention, but use him to build up people who are going to carry the future.
Main
And then
event
for the rest,
time, or is there one more match?
it's main event time. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. And honestly, Something about me didn't want to see John Cena's last title reign end, man.
Oh, you wanted him to leave with the belt.
Something in me wanted him to leave with the belt.
So my my co-host Cat messaged me, and he's like, the best way to end both of these nights is to have Punk leave and have Cena leave as champions, or no, have Punk and Cody leave as champions.
Yeah.
He almost had that, almost, but
I was thinking that Cody was going to cash in on Seth was going to cash in on Cody.
see, I thought that as well. I also thought that Cody was going to turn heel in this match.
Yeah.
That we were going to have the double turn instead of face versus face.
Yeah.
But I thought it was one of Cena's best matches he's ever had,
It was.
storyline wise.
It was.
But
And
un- go ahead.
but that's just his professionalism showing.
Mm.
You've been at the top of the game for the past 20 or so years.
Now, unfortunately, I wish we could just say that this show ended with Cody Rhodes beating Cena. That awesome ending where Cody gave Cena the one final salute before hitting him with the final crossroads. I wish we could say that was the end of the show.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes gets the belt from Cena. Cena hands it over to him. They give each other their flowers. Cody leaves. Music stops. Cena is left in the ring to thousands of people chanting, "Thank you, Cena." Beautiful fucking moment. Suge, take it away.
So Cena's getting his flowers. You see Cena's wife, off to the side, giving him his moment, taking it in as he's taking it in. All of a sudden, we hear Brock Lesnar's music hit. To be honest with you, I turned it off. So I'm sitting at work trying to um, finish what I'm doing for the day, find something else to watch, and the group chat starts reacting, and it's like, nah, nah, hell no. I'm like, what happened? And then Maddie's like, tune in,
Tune in now.
tune in now. Next thing I know, Brock Lesnar's big bright red face is on my phone. I'm so confused.
Dude, I thought the show was over. I saw, Cena giving his farewells. I was in the middle of sweeping. Like, I went over to spot sweep a few things so I could go home. And then I heard that guitar riff, and I threw the broom across the kitchen.
R.I.P. The brother
I
killed the broom.
I still to this day, I'm not happy about it. In no way, shape, or form is this something I want. Am I happy about? I'm okay with. But I hate that there's a fucking but here.
Same.
This is Cena's final run. If this was one of Cena's choices for the ways to end his run, then I've got no problem with it. Let Brock do this and then get him the fuck up out of the company forever.
Because that's what
Never
I'm
to be
sitting here
seen
trying to
again.
figure out, Fran. Like, if we got him and Vince out the company for the same reason, why he back?
Yeah.
John Laurinaitis didn't get his job back.
There's going to be a whole lot of mess coming with this. I think I think we see Cena versus Lesnar at Clash in Paris, and then I think Lesnar is gone
Yeah.
because that's just at the end of the month.
That'd be nice, maybe to get him out of here. Like
Yeah, literally get him out of here as fast as fucking possible.
they got El Patron
And
out of
we've
here.
got and we've got Cena until December. So I hope this isn't the next 4 fucking months for Cena.
I hope not. Um,
Because what worst way to tarnish the end of arguably the greatest wrestler of all time's career? What worse way to tarnish that ending than by having it be centered around Brock Lesnar?
yeah. Hopefully he could put somebody else over on the way out. I would have loved it for it to be um, Jacob Fatu.
Watch him put over Dominic in his last match.
Mm. I buried your dad, so I have to. I buried
No,
your
no,
dad,
no, no,
so
no, no. We need Cena to win a title, and then Dominic to walk up to him after he's won the title and challenge him for the main event.
oh, that'd be fire.
Still to this
Oh
day,
yeah.
one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in professional wrestling. But I've given my thoughts. Shug, what are your thoughts about the big Canadian meathead?
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. First of all, he's not Canadian; he's American still.
No, he's
AJ
Canadian
Francis
to me.
said TNA Plus is $10 a month. It sounds like a good time to remind people. Hey, we might be a TNA based podcast at
You
any
know, you
minute.
know what, AJ? You might have a point.
Hey, listen, I might be here with AJ. Um, I'd like to reserve all thoughts on this Brock Lesnar situation until I have more information on it. Off rip, I don't like
Which
it.
we're probably going to get in the next coming days.
Yeah, off rip, I don't like it because if we're opening up a door for Brock, we're opening up a door for Vince.
And we need to immediately shut that fucking door and bolt it locked.
Immediately, speaking of shutting the door, I got to go hit the gym before this pre workout goes to waste. I think Maddie got to work later, so
Oh, I do. I'm gonna be taking about a 2.5 hour power nap.
yeah. So I'm gonna hit the gym, and then I got to finish up my last day at this job, get ready to
Ooh.
start my next job this Friday for the onboarding and Monday in person. So, and again, I mentioned earlier, I am in the process of moving. These episodes might be a little less frequent for a while, maybe every week, every other week, or every other week if we can.
But we're gonna
Hope
try.
yeah, we're gonna do our best. Hopefully, as things settle down for some of our cast members, we can get some other people back on the show, add some other voices and opinions, and we can get rid of this damn this. Where you at?
Yeah, I need to
This.
I need to get some of my shit figured out because it's not just this, man. It's also like Discord and shits like that too.
You gotta get rid of that shit. We'll figure it out. But you know, until next time, thank all six of y'all for rolling with us. Please share, let people know that we're back. Rather infrequent, but still back. We're here, reporting wrestling news and just chilling. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us today. We hope you have a great rest of your day.
Fuck big corporations.